Joe Biden defending his son Hunter following his son's decision to step down from a board of a Chinese private equity firm, vowing to not work with a foreign-owned company if his dad is elected president of the United States. So it's good for Hunter. To the Wall Street Journal's James Freeman, who says not necessarily good for his dad. James, good to see you.
Good to be here. Thanks.
What do you make of all this?
Yeah, it's interesting. We're watching this impeachment show in Washington, and now we have the Biden family essentially conceding that the president was correct on the underlying issue, that these deals really should be looked at. People can debate whether the president should have mentioned it when the Ukrainian president brought up Rudy Giuliani, and I'm sure that debate will go on. But on this question of whether it was appropriate for Hunter Biden, seemingly totally unqualified, to take these positions with foreign companies in countries where his dad was conducting foreign policy, I think that's been answered, and the Bidens are saying no, they can't defend it.
I wonder if it neutralizes the issue, though. You go after this, we go after this, they cancel each other out. For all I know, this becomes a big subject in the debate tomorrow, or they ignore it, I don't know, but it's hanging over Joe Biden now, right?
Well, I think on the debate tomorrow night, it's going to be an interesting question of who really wants to be president and who wants to be vice president. Yeah. Are the other competitors going to take this on? But the Bidens are saying, basically, we don't think that our conduct, while Mr. Biden was vice president, is acceptable. We're going to now put in a higher standard if he's elected president. And the question is, are voters going to be forgiving, or are they going to say, well, you've just acknowledged that you shouldn't have been doing that?
Well, and the more you bring up this issue, right, with the president, whether the call was improper, you get to the issue of what was the call about. And to your point, it's all about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. And that just keeps circling. I'm wondering if Democrats then try to find a way of distancing themselves from Joe Biden.
I think they will if they're smart, because this is a big reason why Hillary Clinton lost, is people did not want to institutionalize the Clinton Foundation model of relatives of powerful U.S. politicians going around the world collecting large fees that don't seem to be market-based. And
he went more than that. Not only that he, steps down from this Chinese firm, but I won't ever do anything like it.
Right.
If my father becomes, knowing that how unsavory it looks, right? Even if he's done nothing wrong.
Well, just on that point, the South China Morning Post, talking to the Chinese private equity fund, the CEO told them they're still working on an explanation of what Hunter Biden was doing there. They've been in business together more than 5 years, and they're still crafting that explanation. I think that kind of possibly tells us everything we need to know about these relationships.
All right, so we know the unanswered questions that probably people will explore on the Hunter Biden connection, all that, and his promise right now not to do anything to embarrass his dad, even though by doing this today he might have raised the issue, whether his dad likes it or not. But in the impeachment stuff, is this getting canceled out, or what do you think?
Too early. It's possible he gets an impeachment vote in the House. I still don't see any reason to think anything would happen in the Senate. This is looking like a political exercise. And if the underlying action was legitimate, in terms of if the president was calling out business arrangements that a normal person would say, yeah, those were inappropriate on the part of the Bidens, I'm not sure how you get to impeachment and removal from office over that.
All right. Still early. Long way to go. James, thank you very, very much. That GM strike now.